All right, old school NBA fans, self-research NBA facts. Got another video for you. As always, thanks to anybody who watches my videos, subscribes to my channel. I really appreciate it. Want to give a special thanks again to my man, Ayel Sabag. Thank you so much for your super thanks, your generosity, overall support of this channel. Thank you. In this video here, I was looking at when two stars joined each other. I just grabbed a few examples. There was a bunch more I could have used. These right here, really some glaring ones. How did it work out? When one player was on a team, an established star, how did the other player, when they came in, did they mesh well together? Did one of them have to sacrifice their game, their numbers, that kind of thing to make it work? Did it just not work? I'm going to go over that. The first example is Clyde Drexler. Drexler obviously played on Portland his whole career until the middle of 1995, and he went to Houston. Drexler's numbers on Portland in 95 were, he was averaging 22 points a game, even, on 42.8% from the field. I'm only interested with that. The points per game, the efficiency. When he went to Houston, for at least the rest of that season, about a third of the regular season, he went down barely to 21.4 points per game, but he went up to 50.6% from the field. So obviously, Drexler might have been getting a few less shots, but his points per game are pretty close because he was much more efficient. You know, you're talking about almost an 8% jump, which is big. In the playoffs, Drexler in 94 was averaging 21 points on the dot on 42.5% shooting. On Houston, in 95 playoffs, he was averaging 20.5 points per game, only a half point less, but on 48.1% shooting. So again, that's about 5.5% up from the year before on Portland. So obviously Drexler was doing well. I got a video here to show you just how well Drexler was doing and fit like a glove on Houston.
Robert Horry. Oh.
Drexler gets around Hornacek, lays it. Robert with a big step to the basket. Oh, Clyde Drexler!
Sean Elliott. Blocked by Drexler! Oh, baby!
11-year man has come on. Oh, what a to the jump hook. And taken by Drexler. Again on the open floor. Going and scoring.
And Drexler, Clyde the Glide, great all-around player. People underestimate how good Clyde Drexler was. He's just scoffed at now, these years later. He was a stat sheet filler. More than a lot of people that you're going to think that when they say stat sheet filler, I'm talking about points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, all of it. Clyde was a very well-rounded player, very good, well-rounded player, no doubt about it. Elijahan, when Clyde came to his team, in the 94 playoffs, they won the championship, Houston. Hakee Elijahan averaged 28.9 points per game on 51.9% shooting. So that's pretty good, wouldn't you say? When Clyde got there in 95, he jumps up to 33 points per game on 53.1% shooting. So he's getting you 4.5 more points per game on even better shooting. Yes, Clyde Drexler and Hakee Elijahan both excelled together. Nobody had to sacrifice their game, take a step back, none of that stuff. It was nice. How about Shaquille O'Neal? Shaq in 2004 on the Lakers, and he's playing with Kobe Bryant. He was getting 21.5 points per game on 58.4% shooting. 2005, Miami, he goes up about 1.5 to 22.9 on 60.1% field goal percentage. And nobody's going to tell me that Dwayne Wade in his second season was better than prime Kobe. Yeah, I don't think so. But Dwayne Wade in 04, he was a rookie. he was averaging 16.2 points per game on 46.5% shooting. Shaq joins the team. He shoots up to 24.1 points per game on 47.8% shooting. So obviously they both coexisted and did better. Shaq did better, at least that first season, with D. Wade than he did with Kobe, believe it or not. Now, that's not an indictment on Kobe, nothing like that. Maybe he was just rejuvenated or he had something to prove because he got traded, kinda kicked out of town to make way for Kobe, possibly. But Shaq did not regress. He didn't take a step back or sacrifice his game at all. No, he got even better. Not like dramatically, but better for sure. I think he finished second for the MVP that year in 05. I think that's right. How about Pau Gasol? Pau Gasol in 2008 on Memphis was scoring 18.9 points per game, 50.1% from the field. He then goes to the Lakers in the midseason trade. He goes up to 18.8 points per game on 58.9% shooting. So his scoring is about the same, but his efficiency remarkably better. 8.8%, that's a huge jump within the same season. Just going to another team, dramatic. Well, here's another guy, Kevin Love. This one always puzzled me. He was on Minnesota in 2014, and I realized that he joined Cleveland. There was Kyrie Irving was already on the team, and then LeBron James came also. Kyrie Irving was young, not even in his prime yet, so he was on the ascension. LeBron James was still in his prime, I guess you could say. He was. Maybe not his overall prime because he wasn't making all defense anymore, but still he was probably at the very end of his actual prime. But Kevin Love was a monster in Minnesota, and he was never going to maintain the scoring numbers, but why not the efficiency? Why did his efficiency take a dip? Kevin Love in 2014 on Minnesota averaged 26.1 points per game, a monster, on 45.7% from the field. Now, he was shooting 6.6 3-pointers a game, but he goes to Cleveland where there's other stars on the team now. Kyrie Irving is not an established star yet, but he's an up-and-coming potential superstar, no doubt. LeBron James is the established superstar. His numbers drop almost 10 points a game. Okay, to a certain extent, you kind of expect it. I think going under 20 is crazy. Something happened there. Why would he dip that much? But he goes down to 16.4 points per game, but only on 43.4% shooting. Didn't understand why he's 2.3% worse, and he's taking 5.2 3-pointers, so that's 1.4 3-pointers less. So he's taking more 2-pointers than he was 3, but yet his efficiency dropped. Never understood that. So then we got another guy. People can scoff at it all you want. This guy had star, if not superstar potential written all over him.
4-0 advantage, lost that quickly. Hughes works free for the open jumper, got it. Hughes free for the open jumper. How do you like that? In New York, 108-102.
Well, he tried to force that pass into Chris Bosh.
Hughes for the open jumper, knocks it down. 2-run, and this guy has been unstoppable. Well, that's one way to stop him, block his shot. 2-on-2, Hughes goes all the way, score the field goal, hit by 3. Steele comes away with it, 3-on-1. Hughes goes all the way to lay it in. Hughes goes all the way and slams for Toronto, their largest. Hughes again goes all the way and gets the roll.
Larry Hughes, 30 points. That's a season high. He did it in similar fashion Friday afternoon in Philadelphia. Shooting for the win right now. How do you like that?
That was 2005 Larry Hughes on the Wizards. The dude looked awesome. He averaged that season in 05, 22 points per game. And if you don't think that's no big deal, that's Scottie Pippen's career high. He only did that once. That was Clyde Drexler in 1995. 22 points a game on 43% shooting on the Wizards. He was shooting 3.4 3-point shots a game. He then goes to Cleveland and he drops to 15.5 points per game. But his efficiency dropped to 40.9% from the field. And he was shooting 2.1 3-pointers. He was shooting less threes, so it's not like, well, he's shooting more threes. Of course, his field goal percentage was going to drop. No, he was shooting less threes. He was less efficient, which I always thought it was supposed to be the opposite. This one always bothered me. Larry Hughes could have been to LeBron what Scottie Pippen was to Jordan. A great number two. He could have been an amazing number two. He was scoring right around Pippen. He was getting the same amount of assists and rebounds relatively in the ballpark. He had 2.9 steals, the most of the 2000s, and it also happens to be Scottie Pippen's career high. I mean, this guy basically was Scottie Pippen, at least at that point. Then he goes to Cleveland, not so much. Another example I wanted to show, because Shannon Sharpe was running his mouth about this whole big three thing. And I just wanted to show that these three players together could coexist and do better. Another player, Chris Bosh, his numbers also dropped when he went to Miami. But the big three in Boston, in 2007, the year before, Ray Allen shooting average was 43.8, Paul Pierce was 43.9, and Kevin Garnett was 47.6. Once they joined up together, Ray Allen goes up to 44.5, Paul Pierce goes up to 46.4, and Kevin Garnett goes up to 53.9. All three of these guys went up, and Garnett went up substantially. So they could easily coexist together. The only thing you really had to sacrifice is, yeah, you're not going to get maybe as many rebounds, maybe you won't get quite as many points, but the efficiency should be there, and it was even better. Why? Because there's now three guys you have to pay extra attention to. You know, Rondo was a really good point guard back then, and Ray Allen, obviously a great shooter. Paul Pierce, very good at creating his own shot, and Kevin Garnett wreaked havoc underneath. It was a really good team. Now, they were definitely beatable. They weren't not beatable. I think that when there was somebody fast, they had a hard time guarding them. But still, they did not lose any shooting efficiency whatsoever. They actually got better, the three of them together, like most stars would do when they join other stars. But for some reason, LeBron always had issues with that. Now, I know Dwayne Wade, he did a little better when LeBron got there with Bosh and all that. Sure, he did. His scoring obviously went down, but that's expected. Anthony Davis, his scoring went down. His efficiency, at least the first couple years, went down. But I'm just saying, like, why do all these guys go down? You know what I'm saying? Like, all these other stars, Elijahan and Drexler, Shaq and Wade, they coexisted. They had no issue with it. It always made me wonder, why is there this narrative about LeBron making players better when there's so much evidence that he doesn't? I never understood that at all. And I'm just looking at a field goal percentage aspect. They should be more efficient, getting better looks, right? LeBron is this great passer. He gets a lot of attention. They should be getting better looks and also cleaner looks. So they should have a higher field goal percentage. But they didn't. It always made me wonder why. I never understood it myself. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think. What's the reason why all these other guys didn't seem to have any problems? Pau Gasol, Shaq, Clyde Drexler, the Boston Big Three. But then Larry Hughes, Kevin Love, these guys could have continued to be top level, top shelf players, but it just never happened. Let me know. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you wouldn't mind sharing the video, that would be great. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I give daily content. And that's it. Until next time.